Think about what you're doing right now, at this very moment. You are choosing. In every moment, with every breath, you are making choices. And those choices, when accumulated, become your life. But most people don't realize this truth. They think life happens to them. They believe they're like leaves blown by the wind, victims of circumstance. But here's the truth. You are not the leaf. You are the wind that creates the waves. You are the architect, the sculptor, and the creator of your own life. And it all begins with one fundamental power: self-control. What is self-control? It's the ability to resist momentary temptation in favor of long-term goals. It's refusing to let emotions govern you while you govern your emotions instead. It's living by intention rather than impulse. And this is the single most important dividing line between those who succeed and those who fail. Remember Stanford University's famous marshmallow experiment? Children were given one marshmallow and told if they could wait 15 minutes, they'd get a second one. The children who could wait showed higher academic achievement later in life, better health, and more successful careers. 15 minutes of waiting determined a lifetime of outcomes. Your life presents you with marshmallow tests every single day. Between getting up when your alarm rings and hitting snooze for 5 more minutes. Between choosing healthy food and giving in to sweet temptation. Between challenging yourself with difficult tasks and staying in your comfortable safe zone. And every choice you make is sculpting your future. Here's what you must understand. Self-control is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The less you use it, the weaker it gets. When you start controlling small things daily, you develop the capacity to control big things. Start by making your bed, and eventually, you'll be making your destiny. Look at the world's most successful people. What do they all have in common? They all possess tremendous self-control. Warren Buffett has read every single day for over 80 years, without missing a day. Michael Jordan woke up at 5 a.m. to practice while his teammates were still sleeping. Oprah Winfrey never skipped her meditation, no matter how busy her schedule. What made them special wasn't talent. It was self-control. So how do you build this kind of self-control? First is awareness. You must recognize the moment when impulse strikes. When anger rises, when laziness creeps in, when temptation approaches, you must notice it. Without awareness, there can be no control. Second is the pause. When you feel an impulse, don't react immediately. Stop. Take a deep breath. Count to 10. Creating space between impulse and action is where freedom begins. Third is alternative action. Instead of following the impulse, choose an action that aligns with your goals. When anger flares, instead of yelling, walk away quietly. When you feel lazy, instead of lying on the couch, put on your running shoes. Fourth is environment design. Don't rely solely on willpower. Make your environment work for you. If you want to eat healthy, don't keep junk food in your house. Willpower is limited, but good systems are unlimited. Fifth is accumulating small wins. Don't try to create massive change overnight. Start small and build gradually. It's better to exercise 10 minutes consistently than to try for an hour and fail. Small victories build confidence, and confidence enables bigger victories. As you develop self-control, you'll make an amazing discovery. You'll clearly see what you can control versus what you cannot. You can't control the weather, but you can carry an umbrella. You can't control other people's actions, but you can control your response to them. You can't control the past, but you can control this moment. Imagine what becomes possible when you can wake up at 6 a.m. every day. Imagine the energy you'd have if you maintained a healthy diet. Imagine the relationships you could build if you responded thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. Imagine the future you could create if you invested in long-term goals instead of instant gratification. Self-control isn't about limiting yourself. It's about liberating yourself. It's moving from being a slave to impulse to becoming a master of intention. It's evolving from someone who reacts to someone who creates. Here's a profound truth. Real freedom isn't the right to do whatever you want. It's the right to choose what you don't do. The ability to say no is true power. Steve Jobs said, "Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things." Warren Buffett said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. If you say yes to everything, you'll do nothing well. But if you can selectively say no, you can do your chosen few things excellently." The choices you make today create tomorrow's version of you. Tomorrow's choices create next week's version. This week's choices create next month's version. And this is how your entire life gets built. Water doesn't pierce rock through force, but through persistence. Your life is the same. It's not one perfect day that changes everything, but consistent daily choices that transform everything. Building self-control also transforms your identity. Every time you exercise self-restraint, you're proving to yourself, "I am someone who has control." Over time, this new identity becomes your default. Exercising self-control stops being difficult and becomes natural. People with self-control create better relationships because they respond with love instead of reacting with emotion. People with self-control create better health. People with self-control create better careers. And most importantly, they leave better legacies. Look at history. Every person who changed the world possessed tremendous self-control. Mahatma Gandhi controlled his anger to maintain nonviolence. Nelson Mandela controlled his resentment to choose forgiveness. They could change the world because they first changed themselves. The same applies to you. If you can control yourself, you can control your environment. If you can control your environment, you can control your future. If you can control your future, you can positively impact others' futures. Starting right now, your new journey begins. The journey from slave of impulse to master of intention. You can choose. Even in this moment, you can choose. You can choose whether to repeat old patterns or create new ones. That choice doesn't begin with grand declarations. It begins with small decisions in this moment. The small decision to put down your phone and pick up a book. The small decision to take the stairs instead of the elevator. The small decision to choose action instead of excuses. These small decisions accumulate to create your day. Your days accumulate to create your life, and your life accumulates to create your legacy. Master your impulses, and you will master the world. Self-control is the source of true power, the foundation of sustainable success, and the key to a meaningful life. Start using that key right now.